Everything comfortable for you there? Good.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Okay, how we feel?
This was like crazy.
Yeah, it's
Like
a little bit
whole,
different.
Like its own level, I would say.
So, I was looking at your chart.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you're having some kind of neck and upper back stiffness. Is that right?
Yeah, so I would say it's like all over. So this is like obviously my first time. I've gotten like,
Oh, you've never been to the chiropractor before?
Never.
Okay.
I've done like massages and like Thai massages and all of that, but that was more, I don't think it really did anything.
Yeah.
And so I've done that, and then I go to Lifetime, so one of like the personal trainers, if there's something like, you know, I really am like, okay, listen, like I woke up this morning, I feel like a shooting pain going on this side, or like I'm not able to like lift my arm like past a certain height. So he'll kind of like gauge and like kind of work some things out, but again, it's not really targeting, I guess, what the issue is, or like if there's an underlying issue. I know my shoulders always feel like tense, like I'm used to it, so I don't know how it would probably feel to not know that, you know, they're tense or something of that sort. So I was like, okay, let me just try a chiropractor and see if that does anything.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm excited for you. Patients that have never been to the chiropractor before are usually surprised at how much better they feel.
Wow.
So what we'll do is we'll just kind of take a general approach and take a look at your whole spine from your neck all the way down to your low back and your hips.
Okay.
And we'll just see how well you're moving. We'll take a look at how your spine is moving individually, and we'll just go ahead and get you adjusted anywhere that you need to be adjusted.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Because you said you're not in like a ton of pain, it's more so just like a lot of stiffness and discomfort.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like a dull ache. Like it's not like, I mean, I still go on with that with like my day, but it's like, you know, when I wake up sometimes in the morning, I'm just like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah, kind of annoying, just uncomfortable all the time. Okay.
I would say that.
And nothing crazy, like no numbness or tingling in the arms or legs or anything like that? Okay, cool. All right, so let's just kind of start by seeing how well you're moving. So we'll have you sit up tall for me. You're gonna bring your chin down to your chest as far as you can. If you can touch your chin to your chest, try. Good. And then look up backwards to the ceiling. Okay, come back to the center. Look over your right shoulder as far as you can. Good. Is that as far as you can go turning your head? Okay, and then the other side. Okay, so we're a little stiff with our turning. Nothing too crazy. Looks like we might be turning a little bit better to the right than we are to the left.
I do notice one side is also higher.
Yeah, I feel a little lopsided.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's have you stand right here. You're gonna face towards the door. You'll reach down, touch your toes as far as you can. Okay, not too bad. And then we'll have you bend backwards. Yeah, well, don't do like a back bend, but just kind of go backwards as far as you can. Okay, good. So, not too bad there either. All right, let's see how everything feels. So, we'll have you go face down. Your face will go right here where the paper is. And then there's a little handle right there by my foot that you can grab onto. Perfect. I'll have you scoot down just a hair. Good. All right. Everything comfortable for you there?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Nothing too crazy. We're a little tight up there in the ribs. And a little bit right here in that low back too. Okay. So let's start here. So my hand's gonna go here. I'm gonna give your head a little turn. You'll just keep your neck loose. I'll do all the work, okay? So we're gonna go here. Good. Okay, how we feel?
I'm good.
Yeah?
That was intense.
Yeah. A little surprising.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go here. Good. One more. Perfect. Okay. Deep breath in, out. Blow all your air out, loose shoulders, little push. Perfect. And again, out. Okay, a little tough on that one, so we might do that one from face up. Or maybe we'll go right here. Okay, my hand's gonna go under your hip here, and then just relax your belly. I'm gonna give you a little pull from this hand and a little push from this hand. So, perfect. Okay. That's okay in those ribs? Mm-hmm. Good. All right, same thing over here. A little pull from this hand, a little push over here. Good. Awesome. Okay, let's have you lay on your back now. Doing all right so far?
Yeah.
Good. And let's have you scoot up towards me just a bit. Good. Okay. So we'll walk you through this one. Super tight right there. Yeah. You feel that?
Oh, yeah.
Tender? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to lift you up, and then just let me have all the way to that head, just kind of like you're going to sleep on my palm here. Perfect. So it's going to be fast, but it's not going to hurt, okay? So nice and easy, let that head fall. Good. I gotcha. Good. Not too crazy, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, one more here. Good. Let that head fall down to the table. Beautiful. How we feel?
Good.
Good.
I mean, yeah.
A little surprising. So we're doing a little decompression with your neck here, okay? This one looks way scarier than it is. So let's have you lift that head up. Good, and then set it down. Perfect. Now if I give you a little traction here, no pain, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna give you a little decompression pull. Nothing too wild. Deep breath in, out. Loose, loose, loose. Good. And that just helps to open everything up. Doing okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, let's take a look at this back now. So we'll have you roll onto your side, kind of like you're laying on this shoulder. And I'm gonna lift this up so that your head can rest there. Perfect. Top leg will be bent. Perfect. And then we're gonna go right here. This one goes on your belly. This one goes overhead, just like that. That okay for you? Okay. So, deep breath in, out, loose belly. Good.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah. I think that one took the breath out of me.
Yeah, take a second. Feeling okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, let's roll over to the other side. Perfect. Okay, bottom leg will be straight. Top leg will be bent. Good. I'm gonna go right here. This one overhead. Perfect. Breathe in, out. Good. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have you hop up. We'll take a look at a few of those movements again and see how everything feels. Okay, let's have you do your toe touch. Good. And then come on up, bend backwards. Good. How's that feel?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
And then we'll have you have a seat. And let's do your chin down to your chest as far as you can. Good. And then look up to the ceiling back. Good. And then look over your right shoulder as far as you can. And then your left. Good. And how's that kind of neck and upper back feel?
That's good, because I know when I did it first and you're like, is that the farthest? Like,
Yeah.
I felt this strain, so it was like, okay, like I'm exerting.
Yeah.
Like having to go, so that was more smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't want you working super hard just to look over your shoulder.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I never noticed it. I guess I'm like looking over my shoulder that often to be like, oh, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's that upper back and everything feel?
It feels good.
Good.
Yeah.
And we got really great releases through all your ribs and everything up there. So you
Mhm.
should notice that you feel a little bit more open, a little bit easier to breathe, a little bit easier to move. So,
Okay.
well, cool.
I love that.
How do we feel about our first chiropractic experience?
I think it was good. Like, just comparing it to, I guess, the stereotypical, like, oh, it's the same as going to, like, a masseuse, or, you know, I think just the points that you were able to, like, hit, that's not something I could just do, like, oh, with, like, my morning stretching, or just, like, having someone, like, you know, like, the bear hug,
Yeah.
or, like, pick you up and pop your back like that. Like, I've done, I guess, all those, like, small, like, short term, like, you know, whatever people have done, but this was, like, crazy.
Yeah. It's
Like
a little bit
whole,
different.
like its own level, I would say.
I have patients a lot of times that they either pop themselves all the time, or they have had like friends or people like pop their backs and stuff. And they're like, okay, it's not the same. It was like cracking my own neck.
Yeah.
It feels very different.
No.
But you know, that's kind of what we're trained to do as chiropractors, is go in there and find those joints that need to move the most, and get in there and specifically target them and open them up. That way you can kind of have more even movement throughout all the regions of your spine. So.
No, I totally agree, because I also like go to the gym and stuff like that, so now I've like become more educated on like, yeah, I wasn't like a really big person who would like stretch after my workouts or this or that, but it's like eventually that is going to take a toll on my body, and it's not something that I can be like, oh, like, yeah, I can fix that on my own. Like, I am going to need someone who that is what their specialty, that's their niche, right? That's not, like, I'm just going to end up hurting myself.
Especially as we start to get older, like the self-care becomes more and more important.
Yes, I think that's kind of one other thing. I was like, okay, well, if I'm like my body's rusty, but I'm pushing it at its like max at the gym, something's not gonna add up. So that's why I wanted to really introduce this, and I like kind of did my homework. I like ended up finding you on TikTok, actually.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So I was like, okay, so I was like, I don't know if I want to just like, you know, go to anybody, like, you know, just like the first chiropractor place I see. So I did like my homework, and I thought it was like, okay, like I feel kind of comfortable, because I think the videos are kind of intense, and like, I think it's just like the
it can
noises,
seem like a lot,
and like even when I was like sitting, I was like, okay, like I don't need to be scared, but it's just kind of in the back of your head. So
was it like you thought it would be? Was it like you expected, or not as bad?
I want to say like 50-50. I didn't think like some of like, I guess the sounds I heard, like, I don't think I was expecting it to that level. I think it was like that one hip one. That one was like, that was intense.
That first one, yeah.
Yeah, that was like, okay, that one. Yeah, I think that's what maybe sold me on all of this. Like, okay, yeah, there's no way. I don't think anything like I've done previously would have brought that kind of relief.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it was good.
Good. Well, I'm glad we were able to help you today. I'm glad you chose to come in. You know, I don't feel anything too crazy going on with you. Your spine feels healthy. It feels like you're moving fairly well. Definitely just the normal amount of stiffness that I would expect for someone who's never been to the chiropractor. So for you, really anywhere between once to twice a month is probably going to be a good frequency for you, just depending on how stiff or how tight you're feeling. Might be a good idea to see you again in like 2, maybe 3 weeks. And then from there we can start kind of seeing if you can do like once a month and that doesn't bother you. So.
Yeah.